Almost every review said the Hurom H400 was perfect, sleek, fast, and easy, but when I actually bought it, there were 5 things I didn't expect and not one person mentioned them. One innovative thing about the H400 is the built-in pulp container. It sounded perfect on paper. It's one less container that takes up extra counter space, but after a few weeks of batch juicing, I noticed a problem. When you're making big batches, the container fills up faster than you think, and if you're not paying attention, it can back up in about 15 to 20 minutes. When that happens, guess where the pulp goes? Straight into your juice. I remember looking at my glass thinking, why is it more pulpy today? It took me a minute to realize what happened, and it wasn't a deal breaker, but you just have to remember to check the pulp container and dump it out before it gets too full. So that was the first thing that nobody really tells you. By the way, if you're thinking about getting the H400, I'll keep links in the description updated with the best discount on the internet. Using that link supports the channel and saves you some money. Now, you know what's actually even more innovative is this all-in-one auger. You can pull it apart into 2 pieces like a Lego set. It makes the juicer super simple and you can put it together in just 12 seconds. But there's a trade-off that some people never realize before it's too late. Traditional juicers use stainless steel juicing screens with those microscopic holes. These do a great job of filtering out almost all the pulp from your juice, but the auger on the H400 works a bit different. It has these tiny slits where the juice flows in. These slits aren't as small as the holes from a stainless steel juicing screen, so you get a slightly pulpier drink. It's not like chunky or like a smoothie, but traces of pulp can make their way into your glass. For me, it wasn't a deal breaker. Pulp actually adds more fiber, which is good for you, and studies show it can help reduce your risk of cancer too. So if you're someone who wants a super low pulp drink, just know that this juicer isn't going to give you that. Now, most of these are minor, and it wouldn't be fair or accurate to blast this juicer without showing you the bright side, because after testing the H400 for over a year, none of these were deal breakers. The H400 actually has become one of my top 3 juicers that I'd easily recommend to my friends, and there are 3 things that make it a great investment or gift. The first reason is underappreciated because it takes months or even years to notice. With traditional juicing screens, those holes trap tiny bits of pulp over time, and after a year, it can harden into mineral buildup, kind of like plaque on your teeth. And once that happens, your juicer becomes less efficient. You're putting in the same amount of produce, but getting less juice. It's like slowly flushing your grocery money down the toilet. And you don't even realize that it's happening until one day you're wondering why your yields have tanked. And yes, you could fix it with a deep clean, but with the Hurom H400, you don't even have to worry about that problem. There's no screen, there's no tiny holes, so there's no buildup. So you can afford to be more lazy when it comes to cleaning this juicer, and you don't have to vigorously scrub it every time you want to use it. I keep mentioning this all-in-one auger, but have you ever thought why I keep calling it that? This thing is kind of like an onion, and it's got some like hidden layers that you can peel back. So the H400 makes sorbets right out of the box, no extra attachments, no add-ons, and it's thanks to that all-in-one auger. You just freeze your fruit, you drop it in, and you've got sorbet in less than 2 minutes. And the best part is you don't have to spend any money on an extra add-on or swap out an accessory. But here's the thing, none of this matters if you stop using the machine. You want to know the real reason people quit juicing? It's not the cost of produce, it's not the noise, it's the cleanup. I've talked to dozens of people who bought juicers and stopped using them within months. It's the same story every time about how it's a pain in the ass to clean. And I get it, with most juicers, you're standing there with a brush, scrubbing it, and digging pulp out of the crevices. Even 5 minutes feels like an eternity when you've been doing it every single day. But with the H400, you can clean it in only 1 minute and 6 seconds. The drawbridge mechanism flips open and the pulp easily rinses out. You just splash the parts with some water and that's it. It's easier to get good use out of your juicer when it comes with lightning fast cleanup. When I was deciding whether to buy the H400, I kept going back and forth because $700 can feel like serious money. But then I looked at what I was actually getting. The juicer featured in Forbes, a 15-year warranty on the motor and the parts, and a machine that's gonna let me batch juice a week's worth in under 15 minutes with fast cleanup. I stopped thinking about this as an expense and I started seeing it as an investment in my health. A year later, I still use it almost every week and I have 0 regrets. Unless you hate pulp, I recommend this juicer. If you're thinking about getting one, check the links in the description. I'll keep it updated with the best discount on the internet.